This is the problem with my generation. It's because of the fact that they have to cross-pollinate using a technological device and entertainment with everything else around them.
Quibi, we talked about Quibi on here before. Now, have you both downloaded it yet since we talked about it last? Jake, you still haven't?
Do it, Jake.
What are you holding? What are you waiting for?
I've gotten good.
I feel like maybe like your whole shtick now is I don't do anything other than play Call of Duty and make Tiger King theme songs. Basically everything other than Quibi. Like you're doing.
Yeah,
like,
I ride bikes.
Right.
We're recording an Eric's bike repair single.
See, so there you go. So Quibi.
That's awesome. You're doing things.
If you don't already know, he is doing things. That is true. But if you didn't already know, Quibi is a mobile-only streaming service. It's basically the Netflix of mobile is what they were going for. And they had 1.7 million downloads in its first week. And now they're working on TV casting support. So the thing that's really interesting here, because I downloaded it, I thought, okay, on the mobile screen, that's really great. On the go, they're 10 minutes or less episodes. That'll be easy to do. But then I'm like, I kind of want to watch this on my TV. And I looked, and there's no support. I can't cast it to my TV on my Chromecast, on my Apple TV, nothing.
Can you do it through your computer? Or
no, you can't. You can't even access it on your computer. You can only get it on mobile. So I thought, maybe I'll trick them and I'll get it on my iPad Pro. I downloaded it. Well, they make it small. It doesn't go full screen. So that's the whole problem. But now based on what I'm seeing and what I'm experiencing, they're wanting to make it so, okay, now we realize, okay, let's put it on the TV because people want it on the TV. Because here's the thing. The shows that I've seen, I think are really good. Like the quality of the show is great. Yeah, I mean, I haven't finished them all. But the ones that I've seen, I've been impressed. The production value is all great. And I love the philosophy of 10-minute or less episodes. Like that makes a lot of sense.
I feel like this has a lot of opportunity in the sense of like, you look at like comic books, right? Comic books are pretty huge, especially since the rise of like MCU movies and stuff like that. But these feel like comic books to me because you read the individual comics and it's just like, this is a little snippet. It's a few scenes that tell one spot of the story. And then you move on to do the grand story over a volume of, episodes or whatever. And that's exactly what this is kind of following. And so I think it's pretty fascinating. I downloaded it. I started watching the one of the big ones we talked about, which was the oh my gosh, the Most Dangerous Game. Right. And it's fun, like each little episode is like this little snippet from the story that kind of far removed from the storytelling of regular television. It's just you're getting little bits of it at a time.
Right.
And it's kind of fun because now I'm like, now I can watch these shows when I don't have time to actually sit down and watch. Just kind of like, I'm going to check that out real quick.
And I feel like that's the way I've been watching a lot of Netflix things in general is I'll watch in 5 or 10 minute bursts and then I go back to it. And I haven't had extended amounts of time throughout a lot of the last 5 years because of just life in general. So I think it actually fits our lifestyle a little better with 10-minute or less episodes. Now, Jake's shaking his head here because I think he's had a different experience. Am I right?
Well, all I'm saying is, okay, my audio device keeps switching like automatically. I keep getting that notification, but that's weird. Anyway, if you watch Netflix 5 to 10 minutes at a time, I think that's the making of a psychopath. Like, how do you not just devote yourself to go, okay, I'll watch one episode right now? And because if I did that, I'd forget intermittently what happened in the episode.
That's more of a memory loss problem because I've been fine.
No. See, the thing is like if you're like, I have 5 minutes and then you watch it and then you get like there's a middle of it, like you're in the middle of a plot point and then you have to stop and then you have to come back. Don't you need a refresher on what happened on that plot?
Because the bursts in between, like it might be over an entire day I watch an episode. So it's not like I'm saying I'm watching 5 minutes here and then 2 days later I'm watching 5 more minutes. It's like
I understand.
Right. So it like gives you anticipation, like what's going to happen next.
Right.
So I think that's.
But the episode is designed to do that at the end after watching the whole thing.
But if you think about commercial breaks and the way that shows used to be created with, you've got a segment, it's like, keeping you through the commercial break. It's the same concept as that.
But your commercial breaks last for like an hour?
They could if I'm in the middle of a tax appointment or something, or if I'm in the middle of...
You shouldn't be watching Netflix while you're in a tax appointment.
I don't. That's why I have to stop it in 5-minute increments. Somebody leaves, I turn on Netflix, they come back in, I turn it off. Like,
Quick, go. Jack Bauer's about to save the day.
Hallie says, Todd, that's very strange. Here's the thing I think that is very different between Hallie's experience, Jake's experience, my experience, and Chris's experience. Jake and Hallie don't have children.
Right.
And Chris and I, we have children and a family, and we have bursts of moments.
Right.
It's like, so you kind of have to fit stuff in. That's just the reality of things.
And I found one of the shows I started watching was this one. It's like 50 states of horror stories, whatever. So the first one I think is Montana or something like that. And it, anyways, I was able to watch like the first episode of it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And I never get to watch anything horror whatsoever because Holly doesn't like it at all. Of course, I'm not going to watch The Boys. So it's kind of like an opportunity for me to kind of just piece by piece watch a little kind of creepy story or something like that.
Yeah.
And what I was marveling at the talent they have in these things, man. Like,
they're big name actors.
The Dangerous Game's got, Liam Hemsworth and people like that. But then, and even in this one I was watching, it was the, I don't know if you guys ever watched Vikings from History Channel. It's got Ragnar Lothbrok as the main character in that one, and I'm like, dude, it's good to see you again. Like, it's just,
what's his name?
Ragnar Lothbrok.
I can't remember his name. It's like James something. I don't know. But yeah.
That's not his actual name.
No. Yeah, no. In Vikings, he plays Ragnar Lothbrok.
If you read the sub headline to this article, it says CEO Meg Whitman says Quibi might have launched with TV casting support if company had known about COVID-19. I think that's a very accurate description of why now, because if COVID hadn't happened and we didn't have the stay-at-home orders, and
people would be out.
And you'd be, at a restaurant, or you'd be at Starbucks or whatever. You're like, hey, I'm going to pop on an episode of Quibi on my phone. That would make more sense or you're at a theme park, or you're at all the places we can't go right now, airports, all that stuff. Right. Those are the places where you would definitely consume that stuff, and you wouldn't care about it being on a small screen because that's all you had. However, we're all at home and we're like, put it on the big screen, and we have so many choices.
Right.
But why would you be watching a show at the theme park?
Because your kids are on a ride.
There you go.
No, you can't bell that because you pass out on roller coasters, and that's why you would be watching.
But that's true. Okay, so I can't go on the same thing.
Small World for the 5th time, and it's a 13-minute ride, man. It's perfect Quibi time right there.
How are you supposed to drown out all the singing puppets?
Yeah,
earbuds, man.
Earbuds.
Yeah, it's life-changing. Dean
Don't you want to soak it all in?
I mean, sometimes, but sometimes you just want to watch a Quibi show at the theme park.
Right.
Shows should be for showtime. Theme parks should be for theme park time.
Why can't you put them together, Jake? Why are you so bigoting? You're bigoted against theme parks.
We are on
the first story. We are still on the first story.
We only have 17 minutes left before we shut this thing down because we can't go longer than an hour.
Wait, no, that's not true. We have recently.
I know, but we shouldn't. It's long. I'm getting hungry.
All right. All I'm gonna say is this is the problem with my generation. It's because of the fact that they have to cross-pollinate using a technological device in entertainment with everything else around them. That's why I hate people that pull out I shouldn't say I hate people, but I hate people that pull out their phones at concerts. Those people are like the bane of my existence.
I agree with that. I think that's not the thing. But if you're at a theme park and you're if you're at a theme park and you're sitting on the ground waiting for people to get off the ride and there's nothing else to do and you got 5 minutes, throw on Quibi. I'm just saying.
Go to a theme park with children. There's always going to be that time in the afternoon where everyone's just kind of sitting.
Oh, is the background going down? Oh, it almost looked like it went down.
It's okay. It's wet. I got my kids back there holding it up.
Oh, good times. Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Let's go to the next story. I'm done fighting.
So Jake's done fighting about Quibi. There was a comparison versus Disney Plus, but obviously it's not going to be good as Disney Plus. But they have put a ton of money into this, and it's not going the way they had hoped. So I don't know how long it's going to be around. They raised close to $2 billion before it launched, and this is not a good time for them, I don't think. Thanks for checking out the Trending Stories Taking Over show. If you like that video, make sure to hit subscribe and the notification bell so you know whenever we have a new video and you're aware of any of the live streams when we do a full show. You can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, on Spotify, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Go to tstoshow.com, check it out, or watch one of these other videos over here. You're gonna like it. I have a feeling you're gonna love it.